Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again. Hello, Milica.
Hello, how are you?
I'm quite good. What about you? How are you?
I'm pretty good also. Thank you for asking. I'm pretty excited. And I must say I'm a little bit nervous, but
Don't be nervous. You have a great T-shirt, by the way.
oh yeah, thank you.
Look at this
You as
one.
well.
Fiscalize. So we have to explain this, and I will explain this in a couple of minutes to our audience. First, very warm and big welcome to all students that are live today with us. We are streaming on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and I hope that the technique is working. And I will check, of course, the LinkedIn on the second PC, which I have here, and I will do my best to answer all the questions during the session. I hope it will be okay. And Valentina is already writing to us, hello, this is great because this is confirming that our technique is working. Thank you, Valentina. So if somebody else would like to confirm that you can hear us and see us, this would be perfect. But I assume everything is fine. Welcome again to this teaching session, more or less. So it's a part of the Ape School session. And let me give you just a short overview. What is first Ape School? Many of you, of course, already know that, but Ape School is a very simple educational project. We are very special and we are doing something a little bit different than everybody else. So first we are teaching the real basics. And if I say the real basics about the Web3, I mean not the things like how to install MetaMask, how to mint something or something like that. So we are learning and teaching why the things are working like they do. And we strongly believe that only if you know the real basics, you can make your own decisions. And this is our target actually. And that's to enable you to be able to make your own decisions for your whatever private life or maybe your businesses. And this is actually Ape School. We are doing that since almost 2 years. We had already around 1,800 students in our sessions. And I mean, in just the master class, which is basically one of the most important sessions which we have. And just in the moment, the fifth one, is running. So if you want to join us, this time everybody can join. We are running 7 different sessions, and the fourth one will be on Monday, next Monday, 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you want to join, you are very welcome. I will publish the link, access link, on the Twitter account, so you can easily just jump on and enjoy the fourth session. There are 3 remaining, so in total there are 7 sessions. Okay, the complete project is sponsored and run by the company called Fiscal Solutions. That's why in the t-shirt Fiscal Solution, and this one as well. So now you understand. Fiscalization means actually implementation of certain laws and regulations and rules in the different countries dedicated to the retailers. So if the retailers are opening stores in different countries, they have to follow certain rules, and those rules can be implemented via software. And a company called Fiscal Solutions is developing software for those big, large international retailers. And those retailers asked us, the company Fiscal Solutions, to help them to implement, let's say, their metaverse and Web3 strategies. And this was the, let's say, starting point of the web school or of the Ape School. And here we are today, 2 years later, still fighting with metaverse and Web3 and doing our best, let's say, to enable you to make the best decisions for you. So far, so good. Today, we will talk about customer loyalty. You can imagine that the company Fiscal Solutions understand really how the retailing is working, because we are doing it in 22 different countries of the world. And since 20 years, so a long time ago, we started with that. So we understand a little bit about the retail. We did lots of learnings to understand Web3 as well. And now we are doing, let's say, the combination of the traditional business, retail business, and the totally new and innovative Web3 areas. And today, in particular, we will talk about the customer loyalties. Milica prepared very interesting stuff for you. She will actually tell you more about how to use the typical Web3 tools in the traditional Web 2 world, in the Web 2 business. And I think this will be very, very interesting. Milica, maybe we would like to give a couple of words about yourself, and then we can start with the session.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Darko. This was a great introduction. And I'm glad that you did an introduction of the company Fiscal Solutions as well, since this whole Web3 was actually, project was actually invented by Fiscal Solutions. I must say that I'm pretty excited to cover this topic, and this topic is like marketing and retail in one. Of course, I'm pretty excited about myself. My name is Milica, as you can see. I'm a marketing manager at company Fiscal Solutions, and I'm definitely a marketing lover. So this topic was really interesting for me to cover. Also, I want to say, what are we going to talk about today? We have a presentation here, so we will share my presentation. And I want to mention before I start that it will be great that if you have any comments or questions or something like that, to type in a chat box, because I love the engagement and I love to communicate with my listeners. So feel free to type anything that comes up to your mind. Shall we start? Oh, okay.
Just one point, I forgot to tell that. So next week we will have again very interesting session. Ivana analyzed actually the gambling industry and everything around the gambling industry focused on the Web3. And she will teach us actually what are those guys in the gambling industry actually doing in the Web3 space. And this is totally and very interesting. I can promise you that. I was very surprised about lots of facts, let's say, that she is presenting. So that's why next week on the 1st of June, 3 p.m. Central European time, feel free to join us as well. And today, even more interesting topic, customer loyalty and how to use the tools from Web3 in the Web2 space. Milica, stage is yours.
Great. Okay, thank you, Darko, so much. So today we're going to talk a little bit about retail customer loyalty in Web3, but actually better would be if we say Web3 in Web2 retail customer loyalty. And we will talk about the opportunities and challenges, and we will give you some recommendation at the end. Let's see the agenda. So first of all, what is customer loyalty? What is the importance of customer loyalty? It's really important to cover that as well, since we don't know who are our listeners at the moment. Also, I want to introduce you to some of the types of loyal customers. So what that actually means, what is some loyal customers and which types do we have. After that, we want to go to the revolution of customer loyalty and that Web3 world and how it affects. Then we will jump to Web3 tools in Web2 strategies, already existing strategies. We will go through opportunities and challenges, and at the end I will give you some recommendations. Darko, of course, if you feel like you should jump in, feel free to do it, whatever you like it. Yes, satisfaction is a rating, loyalty is a brand. So that is something definitely that should be a motto for brands, and something that brands should follow. I always love to start with some quote and then to move on. Why is it customer loyalty important, and what is it? Not sure about this picture, what is going on, but okay. So customer loyalty, how does it work in Web2? So I pointed out some of the main things here, but I would know that we all know that it costs a lot to acquire new customers. But battle doesn't finish there. Just the opposite. Sometimes it's much more challenging to nurture already existing customers. That's why brands invest in loyalty and reward programs. While they can be effective, customer loyalty isn't something new. Most fall into one of four categories: points, tires, social media, and paid programs. And that's why some retailers are looking to shake things up and find innovative new ways to build reward programs and to inspire customers' loyalty. Customer loyalty programs reward customers who repeatedly interact with a brand. Usually, companies can offer points or benefits to customers, and in return, they redeem points for discounts, free products, rewards, or insider perks. The goal is to motivate repeat purchases and build trust between customer and business. Also, I pointed out something really important because customer loyalty sometimes could be a measure. So we could also look at it like it's a measure of how likely a customer is to do repeat business with a brand, and why brands actually do it. Money, promotion, good image, a lot of things could be. Also, what is the main goal of customer loyalty in Web2 space? That is identification with brand. Actually, I pointed out two things there, and Darko was like, "No, that is not true." So I deleted the one, and I left just identification. Darko
Which one was that? Which help me to remember.
is community. It was
Yes,
community, and we will explain
yes,
why I deleted it from this slide and from Web2 strategies.
yes. This is very interesting point. So we will discuss this later on for sure.
Yes, so I will definitely, through this presentation, you will have opportunity to understand maybe some differences between Web2 and Web3 there when it comes to customer loyalty as well. Something just happened. I'm not sure, is it to StreamYard or something, but some things aren't shown here, like don't know why, but okay. So what is the importance of customer loyalty? So first of all, more frequent purchases. It means that, so some researchers showed us that 60% of loyal customers will purchase more frequently from their preferred companies. Second thing, it's that is cheaper. It costs, also researchers showed us that it costs five times more to attract a new customer than to keep an existing one. How's that? Well, if you have someone who has bought your brand, I don't know, some piece of the clothes, and they see that the quality is good, they will be totally good with that. And all you have to do is to invent some customer loyalty program, maybe some loyalty card or something like that, then to attract a new one that is totally much more difficult. After that,
Milice, sorry, but something is wrong with the slides. If you like, you can send to me via Skype or something like that, or email, the slide set, and I will change during you are talking, and then we can exchange them. So you can continue presenting, and in between I will repair it and upload it again if you like. This we
yes, of
can do
course.
that.
I saw that. I saw that some things, it's like the font. I
Right.
don't know what is it, but like it wasn't showing all of the
So
fonts.
I got the slides, no problem. So just continue, and in between I will try to repair and re-upload. Okay.
Yeah, it would be great if everyone could see all these things that I put here, because I put it so they can follow my speech. Okay, so also one of the things, more word of mouth referrals. It means that also researchers show that 88% of people had the highest form of trust in a brand through word of mouth referrals. And I can come for myself. So when my friend comes to me and says, "This is great brand, I love it," and I believe her, I will definitely go and try it. Next thing is it provides genuine opinions. What that means, this is really important topic. It means that only 1 out of 26 customers is likely to bring up their complaints, while the rest will just leave without saying a word. When you have a loyal customer, they will definitely come up to you and tell you if something wasn't just right with your brand, with the price, with the quality, with anything, and that will help you to be even better. And at the end, it protects you from competitors. So you don't have to keep lowering your prices to keep pace with your competitors if you just simple offer something else to your consumers and loyal customers. Darko, are you managing the presentation?
I'm just uploading, so I think I will do it. I will manage it. Let me try. It should be okay now.
Let's see.
Yes, look at
Yes,
this.
so this was
Very
great.
nice.
I'm not sure why was that a problem, but okay, it's the same presentation. Yes, so this was actually the original slide. So now you can see the numbers I've told you about. Okay, of course, I would like to go with you through types of loyal customers, because it could be a lot of types. It's not just you have a loyal customer and that's it. No, there is, I pointed out just 6, but I would say that there is much more. But okay, let's go through them and let's explain each in a few sentences. So, first of all, the value loyal customer, or the transactional loyalty. So there are actually some customers who are loyal to a brand because it is offering the best prices. Simple as that. So for these customers, it is not about quality or service or any other factor. They are loyal to you just because you have the cheapest product and you offer the best value for their money. As soon as they find a better deal out there, they will be gone. Keeping prices low is the key to retaining this type of loyal customers. So you have to decide, do you want to compete based on price and whether this kind of customer is worth it. Transactional loyalty is one of the most common types of customer loyalty. However, it's not the deepest kind of relationship you can build with your customer, definitely. So sometimes referred to as functional or cognitive loyalty. Transactional loyalty is where a customer weights up the value of a product or service, decides whether to make a purchase, and then sticks around for the future, based entirely on individual transactions rather than any emotional attachment. This simply isn't a form of customer loyalty. It's more a form of customer retention. So if you want to build a strong relationship, you want your customers to stay in touch with you through whichever channel works best. So when it comes to this type of loyalty, I wouldn't say it is loyalty. Some said, but I don't think it is. I would say it's just retention, customer retention, and you need, as a brand, to decide, do you want to go with the strategy of low prices? And if you go with that, then you will definitely reach this transactional loyalty. But that is sometimes hard. It's hard to go to I don't know, stop with that, because once you have that low prices, you started being recognized as a brand who doesn't have maybe the best quality or has low prices and so on. So it's really a strategic point. It's really important to decide what is the best strategy for your business concept. After that, we have the opportunist loyal customer. So that is the type of customer who is loyal to your brand because it suits them. Buying from you offers them most favorable experience, whether that's because your business is just in the best location for them or simply because they have their payment details saved on your system or something like that. So opportunist customers don't mind paying for more convenience. I will pay if you're near. So for them, it's all about choosing the easiest option. And as long as your business represents that, they will be loyal. This customer type could be tipped over into being generally loyal by small improvements to the customer experience and customer service. They have a favorable impression of your brand already, so it won't be hard to earn more loyalty from them. Third is the reward scheme loyal customer or engagement loyalty. What that means? It means when customer interacts with you and with your brand on social media, by email, or on your website, as well as making purchases, we can call this like some engagement loyalty. So this is a deeper relationship because it lays the foundation for an emotional connection through white papers, social media posts, competitions, newsletters that engage customers. You are delivering value to them while they are showing you that they're interested in what you are doing. As such, don't fall for the common misconception that social media is beyond the reach of B2Bs. To build customer loyalty, encourage social sharing through retweets, likes, comments, or like insensitive to customers to share posts to their own profiles and timelines. And I would say that this type of customer is loyal to your reward scheme rather than your projects and brands. So they will be loyal as long as you continue to offer benefits, discounts, rewards that come with some I don't know, you are showing them that they're like part of your rewarding scheme and they are like involved in some of the things. So customers like these are motivated by rewards that they can get and could leave your business if you stopped offering a loyalty program. So this is also not the loyalty where someone loves your brand. So you're offering them something and they are here, but if you don't do it, maybe they will find some other brand that will. Next one is emotional loyalty. Emotional loyalty exists when a personal connection exists beyond transaction and basic engagement. So, of course, positive perception of a brand can occur within any transaction, but this is not yet to be emotional loyalty. Instead, we can say emotional loyalty is when customers are devoted to your brand, making repeated purchases despite the efforts of competitors to lure them away. Emotional loyalty represents a much deeper connection that goes beyond the more basic efforts to build loyalty, such as discounts. Emotional loyal customer help you secure many of non-financial advantages of customer loyalty, such as a greater likelihood, like responding to surveys, forgiving mistakes, trying new products, and to cultivate emotional loyalty, businesses often tailor offers, campaigns, experiences to the individual, which can help to go even deeper connection. So it's not about financial things. Those are some consumers that are happy that you are involving them in something. So if you say to them, okay, I want to launch some new product, please try this and tell me what do you think about it. They will be so happy and they will definitely love your brand even more because they will feel like they are part of it. Next one would be behavioral loyalty. And I would say that in an enduring customer relationship, you can begin to track and change customer behavior. Behavioral loyalty is all about encouraging customers to carry out a desired activity or action. This can take many forms. For example, you could nudge customers to try a new feature, to purchase a new product. Alternatively, you could offer members of your reward scheme a discount code on key dates, such as the slower month of January or during a public holiday. This type of loyalty sits at the core of such customer rewards program, with the latest in technology and data science make it easier than ever to businesses to be given an insight into buying behaviors of their repeat customers. This in turn could be used to both develop marketing campaigns and influence customer behavior in the long term. And at the end, I pointed out with the red color is the actively loyal customer, the real loyal customer, the advocacy loyalty. What that means, The actively loyal customer is the one who is honestly devoted to your products, services, and brand. They regularly buy from you and represent a significant portion of your businesses and business profits. It's the ultimate form of customer loyalty. This is when your customers become your active promoters. So not only are they happy with you and with what you do, but they are willing to spread the word about your brand too. I mentioned in some of the previous slides the mouth-to-mouth referrals. So these are the guys who are doing it. They can advocate for your brand by posting about you on their social media, speak at your conferences, be involved in your case studies, go out and actively tell their friends about your brand, be your ambassador. And your job is to make that as easy as possible. Give these customers the content they need to convince their peers of the value of your brand. Provide a simple sign-up page. Just like give them something they can hold, like without a doubt they will make the referral. These are the types of customers who are happy with their experience that they have with you, and they will share it with others, of course. So they can be tempted away from your competitors, even if they come with maybe some better deals. So they are overjoyed over your services, and they will take any opportunity to buy from you. So that would be all from about types of customer loyalty. I just wanted you to understand that we have different types and how different things, different strategies, and different tools can engage customers. So we're coming to the revolution of customer loyalty. And my question would be, if anyone here wants to jump in to talk with us, what is community relations? Do you know to tell me what is community? Does anyone know from our listeners to tell me what is community? If you do, if you have any opinion that you think that is unpopular, please let us know, type in a chat. So this is really, really interesting. So for a company today to be successful, it must develop a relationship with the community in which it operates. To see results, the relationship must be beneficial for all parties involved. And in today's world, customer relations is an essential part of marketing. So choosing a cause that's appropriate for your customer needs is crucial. But the biggest question is where to start. So your company can identify the need of the community and find a way to fix it. One marketer once said, people buy relations, magic, and stores, and not goods and services. So let's talk about relations, magic, and stores. Each new wave of cultural and technological change brings with it a redefinition of a community. As the world shifts from the centralized Web 2 paradigm to the new Web 3 paradigm, communities are undergoing rapid redefinitions. In this shift, communities are reimagining how they organize, what they do, and how individuals could ultimately benefit. There is one popular opinion that Web 2 communities happen around a product rather than an organic network of like-minded people that are gearing up to contribute towards a long-term goal. And Web3 space is all about community. So that's the thing why I expelled the community from the first slide where I was talking about the Web2, because I agree with this sentence that Web2 is all about products and Web3 is all about community. And I would say that is the biggest difference. How Web3 community looks like. So building a community is vital for the success of any Web3 project. Decentralization, innovation, Web3 development are only possible through people. And in order to make that happen, there must be a united community that fights for the initiative tooth and nail. On the other hand, the credibility of Web3 project is still negatively affected as a result of countless fraudulent schemes that persist in continuing and tainting and otherwise promising concepts. Building a community not only benefits the project, but also earns it more authority. It does come with its own set of challenges, though. So, with Web3, retailers could turn customers into community. I hope that we make it clear now. Darko, are you satisfied with this? Do you agree with me?
Absolutely. So this was the reason why we discussed this on the beginning and agreed, let's say, that everything what is created around product is actually not the community, but everything what is created around the relationship and people creates communities. And
Nice.
that's why, yes, I agree.
Thank you. I must say to everyone who is listening, I'm asking Darko because he has a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience in this as well. And
Thank you.
yes, and we will go through it later on in my presentation when I will give you the example of fiscal solutions and Ape School and how we did that customer loyalty, what are some plans, and so on. So, okay, know your community. So the playful adaptation of the KYC, know your customer, is pretty self-explanatory, and it is perhaps the most important step of all. Knowing your community, I said it here because we were talking about Web3 at the moment, and I told you that there is everything about community. So it's not to know your customer, it's about to know your community. And knowing your community, even before having a relevant dimension, entails going in search of the right community in the right places. So seek developers if you want their expertise. Look for holders, for investors, if the project is in economic nature. If you want to focus on content creators, make sure they are expressive in your community, and so on. Otherwise, you risk listening to the wrong groups and stalling your growth. So I pointed out here some of the tools and how and where to find your community and where to build your community. So Telegram, Discord, and Twitter are unsurprisingly the three most popular social networks among Web3 communities. But that's not all, of course. We have Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram as well. The thing is that you don't have to be present in all of them at the same time. Instead, focus on the ones where your target audience is and expand from there. Choosing one of them to launch your Web3 community is also a viable option, but you can bet on both Discord and Telegram as they complement each other. On Discord, it's simple to create and boost servers to focus on specific themes. You can do it like text-only, voice-only channels or multi-platform. Discord also allows you to broadcast transmissions, and its feature list keeps improving. It's one of the most complete platforms available for Web3 community. Telegram, unlike competitors such as WhatsApp or Viber, has no limits on the number of members on its broadcast lists and allows users to send files up to, I think, 2 gigabytes in size. And it's also possible to use the app to send notifications and some sticky notes to your Web3 community. On the other hand, when creating a Web3 community, it is critical not to overlook one of the social media platforms with most technology diverse group of people, and that is there is Twitter. Because Twitter has a lot of advantages, and I would say that there is a lot of influencers in that niche. I must say that we have a Twitter account. We are currently running this live on Twitter account, but for those who are not looking us and watching us on Twitter, go on a Twitter and type Professor John Keating. And Darko will maybe put you a link here, and you can go and check it out. We have around 30,000 followers, so that is really, really huge number. So it's important to explore Twitter and its advantages, to search for some Web3 discussions. Twitter has a lot of spaces that you could join. You can tell about your project. There's a lot of people that is listening that, and it is really important from a stage of engagement. People are engaged, and definitely you can find everyone who's in your niche. Discord and Telegram, they are amazing tools to engage and manage your community, but Twitter is just much bigger field of play, and all these platforms complement each other and work great as one whole. It is critical at this point to align your community goals with your project goals. Since you have an end goal in your mind, you can directly behave by considering what actions and debates you want the members to be involved in. Calling out your team on opening topics related to your goals is a smart way to do this. Expanding on topics raised by others is also a good practice. Also, remember that as well, that creating surveys is a way to engage and orient the Web3 community debate. In Web3, you must always be transparent. As a result, discovering, communicating your goals to the community is also a good practice, so they know who are you and they can feel what you're doing. It's preferable to have a small Web3 community with a high level of engagement rather than thousands of members with a low one. Web3 communities with thousands of members but no discussions are merely a vanity metric, and worse, they put out the idea that the project is dead. So you can definitely tell that this is about people, their engagement, and community feeling. The most important thing you can do to help your community come to life is to ask good questions, to make people think and engage in debate. Keep an eye out on what are people asking. It is critical to respond to comment on genuine topics, and even if they appear to be a little silly. Community normally have a necessity to reassurance. That's totally expected. Members often want to have status updates, to learn more about the team and the work in progress. So that is also really important to keep a healthy community and to clear some rumors. Sometimes it could be said that you have a project that is becoming dead, and you need to make sure that people believe you and they believe in what you do. So, as you can see and recognize in these slides, I will give you an example of Adidas. So there is actually a lot of brands that are in Web3 space, and it is crazy how much brands is already there. They all started, I would say that the biggest year of expansion was 2021. I'm not sure, but I would say that's something that when they just jumped in. So Adidas embarked on a new age of originality. They said that if they're going to be the brand that's going to stand for, represent, and help push the values of this new generation into world, then they must move at the speed of culture. Adidas showed that they are the real leaders on the market who are listening to every generation as they open door for new. So firstly, they had to do research and to see how their Web2 strategy could work with Web3. They needed to study the values of Web3 that really hold the community around this new open metaverse environment. And both were so parallel that they believed they should organize originals to participate with this new generation. This is where people spend their time, how they want to express themselves, what is going to force brands to act in a way that no one is comfortable yet. So the opportunity with the metaverse is it that creates infinite possibilities to connect, create, and belong. So especially that belonging part, people feel like they belong somewhere, and that is the real feel of community. This has been a massive learning journey for Adidas, for us as well, because Adidas is actually our client, I must say. And when they stepped in Web3 space, we also stepped in and we started following them. That's why we had the part of a land in the sandbox. That's why we started learning about Web3. That's why we now can say that we offer consultancy services from Web3 space and so on. This has been as I said, a huge learning for Adidas. And also they started working with the communities like Board Ape Yacht Club. Darko is the owner of one of the NFTs, one of the monkeys, as I would say. You can see that monkeys all of our pages on Twitter, on LinkedIn profile. And these communities aren't collecting hyped up tokens. They have a stake in the future of that community. So Adidas did a great thing as a brand. They've created a strategy to be that trusted friend of members looking to join the space. What they did. So firstly, Adidas has embraced the inevitability of Web3 and is partnering with reputable Web3-based artists to create a fun and interactive community online. Then has established itself as a bullish on metaverse and utilizing NFTs, as well as the possibility of pairing NFT partnership ownership with sneaker ownership, digital. So connecting to things, utilizing Web3 centric social media tools to appeal to a younger audience. So they now have even the new audience, capitalizing on the virality and obsession of limited edition sneakers, tying that into existing customer loyalty platforms. So they had limited edition sneakers in Web3. And they tied that with the existing customer loyalty platforms and Web2 space. And digital merch sales incorporating NFTs have been widely popular and also had that generated hype online. Okay, now that we know what Adidas did, let's see what are some of the Web3 tools in Web2 strategies. So I pointed out here some of the 3 things. And depending on whom you ask, Web3 is a new iteration of the internet based on technology, on basic blockchain technology, is a form of monetization, the future of organizing or get rich quick scheme. But amid this debate, many companies are already testing a range of ways to create value, from increasing brand awareness to experimenting with new models of product ownership using Web3 tools. These initiatives mark both a technological advancement and a new approach to a corporate strategy, which is also part of it is customer loyalty. Early adopters of Web3 tools are using them to get a better understanding of consumer behavior so they could more accurately and competitively chart customer journeys and participate in customer communities. These efforts help build companies' brands and power transparency around supply, production, and distribution. So, virtual products. When I say virtual products, I don't mean like real virtual products, because we had virtual products 20 years ago. We had the video games and so on. So we're not about the virtual products, but more like new ways and new opportunities that Web3 tools give you through virtual products. So many brands are creating their own Web3 products, often in partnership with some established producers and platforms for virtual assets. Think non-fungible tokens, NFTs, Roblox avatars, Fortnite skins, and property in Decentraland. Companies retain full control over the assets they create, including how they look and work in virtual environments and digital wallets. So these experiments both attract the attention of younger audience and yield useful insights on their behavior. For example, the Gucci Garden experience, a collaboration with Roblox, was a promotional virtual environment that people could explore with their avatars. I think that was like that lasted 2 weeks, and that happened back in May 2021. As part of the event, a digital version of the real world Gucci bag has been sold for, I think, 350,000 Robux. That's the cryptocurrency of Roblox, which is around $4,000 in real world money. So users enter through a virtual lobby to try on and purchase Gucci products. The thing is not about money here, but I just wanted to give you that information as well. When you do a good customer experience and good customer loyalty, give people something new to involve, you will also earn. The real thing is experience, building customer loyalty through new channels. Gucci fans had totally different experience that their favorite brand provided through Web3, and Gucci also acquired new audience as well. After that, Gucci continued with that, but it was like more like in digital native space. They started moving more like Web2 and Web3, but like in mainstream. I would say, I think in May last year, in May 2022, they announced that they would accept crypto payments at select locations. So if their customer is crazy about Web3 and has Bitcoins, Ethereum, whatever, imagine how loyal he will be if he finds out that he can now pay with that currencies as well, when buying in their favorite brand store. After that, I would like to cover thing of hybrid products. So that is also another way to for companies to use Web3 to enrich their real world product with digital information. So here's how it works. First, information or product is recorded on the blockchain in the form of a smart contract or transaction protocol that automatically executes legally relevant events and actions according to set terms. Data recorded might include the product origin, supply, production, design, and so on. And once that information is recorded on blockchain, this information is immutable. The physical item thus becomes a collectible because of its uniqueness and authenticity. And this allows brands to prevent counterfeiting and to benefit from secondary sales, which has traditionally been difficult to do. For example, the National Basketball Association Top Shot store sells video highlights from some compelling shots, like a legendary dunk from LeBron James, as collectible NFT trade cards. These virtual trading cards include not only the highlight clip, but some artwork, game, player stats, description of the action, unique serial number, and some additional details that you can't find like anywhere. People could buy and sell these videos and earn. So previously, before the Web3, you could do buying, you could also probably do selling, but as a second-hand stuff, and retailers have nothing to do with it. So this is also some new ways to engage and to provide that customer loyalty to your already existing customers, but also to a new ones and totally new audience. Since you're entering, this is like a whole new market. And at the end, distributed ownership. This is a new brand governance paradigm. Instead of companies selling one item to one customer, this strategy is about multiple customers sharing ownership of something through blockchain. So while I'm not aware of any traditional brand using this strategy at present, but digital first companies are. For example, there is one ownership platform, where users buy, sell, and trade collectibles, such as comics, jewelry, fashion, clothing items, and so on. And if a consumer wants to invest, let's say, in the sneakers of Michael Jordan, they could purchase a small share of that shoes through that platform, and they can earn a return either if they sell their share, or if the group of share owners collectively decides to sell the sneaker. So they have like the whole new, there is a whole new level of buying and selling, and them feeling like they are part of the community, they're belonging, and they are involved in it. People buy magic, yes, definitely. Okay, so this is why I said that the first introduction part was great, where Darko was telling you about the fiscal solutions, because I now want to tell you what are some maybe steps to follow. So first of all, you need to ask yourself, which tools do I want to use? What is Web3 in the first place? How I could use those tools? What do I need to understand? What do I need to implement? And after that, we just wanted to point out here 3 steps. First of all, understand Web3. Second of all, identify Web3 tools and enforce. So back in late 2021, let's say, we started learning about Web3, about blockchain as a new technology, about that whole new world. And in 2022, we started sharing that knowledge as well through our master classes. Master classes are like free lessons about blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs. And one is currently running. At the moment, we had 3 lessons: basics of blockchain, basics of cryptocurrencies, basics of NFTs. What are they? What can you do with them? And we have 4 more. So if you want, we always post access link to Twitter. You can jump in whenever you like. And what is really important to say, we started that. So there is a company, Fiscal Solutions, that works and operates in Web2 world and has its own Web2 strategy. And then we jumped in our Web3 space. We had a project called Ape School. We started doing a lot of things, and we had a huge number of people who were invested. Darko told you that through these master classes, we had around 1,800 people involved. So we have a database of 1,800 people that are there. There is around 30,000 people who are following Professor Keating on Twitter. And Professor Keating is actually Darko Pavic, who is CEO of the Web2 company that operates in Web2 space. People identified the real man that exists, his name is Darko, as a Professor John Keating. This man right here. Yes, as a Professor Keating. Why? Because they identified with what Professor John Keating was offering, what was telling them, what was giving them. So through all these master classes and all these projects, what we did, we rewarded a lot of things, a lot of people who were there. I think, Darko, we rewarded some people with OMR tickets, right?
Yes.
Yes, we always rewarded them with NFTs, and everyone who listens to every session gets NFT actually gets certificate in form of NFT, we also had our competitors on those master classes. So imagine how crazy was the whole idea and how people believed that. Why? Because we were transparent, we were talking about it, of the project, and people believed. They knew that this wasn't scam. That is really important. And we now still have the Tape School project. We use our Discord server. We engaged people. We use Twitter on a daily level. You can see it. We are doing this live stream at the moment also there. And we are connecting retail and Web3. We're doing it right now with this event also. And as you can see on this slide, Fiscal Tech is actually a conference that will be probably in November this year, at the end of this year. It is a conference that will be held in Belgrade. And I must say, this is conference that is VIP conference and community conference. So what are we actually doing? We just want to connect with our clients, already existing clients. We want to have some, let's say, customer experience with them and so on. And every of these clients who come to us, they will collect NFTs. And what NFTs? They will collect proof of attendance protocol. That is the abbreviation, right, Darko? You know about them. So how that looks like, Darko will tell you, but they will need to scan something, and when they scan it, they will get the NFT on their digital wallet. That means that they were attended somewhere, let's say in this case, Fiscal Tech. And when they collect 3 or more, they will have some discount on Fiscal Solutions product or service. So this is the real experience for our clients and totally new, because I'm pretty sure that they didn't do it anywhere else, something like that. And this is bringing Web3 tool to Web2 strategy and customer loyalty with Web3 tools. Darko, if you want to maybe add something here, feel free.
Yeah, maybe just a couple of words just to give the context. So actually we are a company which is producing software. So it's a very traditional company since 20 years on the market in 22 countries. So we are actually even not Web 2. We can call us even Web 1, something like dinosaurs, you know. So we are very old and we are working in a traditional industry which is related to the laws, to the legal aspects of the businesses. So that's why it's not that interesting, and it's very, very difficult to motivate, let's say, companies, people, and so on to be part of something new, to innovate, to feel the energy, let's say, of the technologies and all of that. And the Web3 is actually enabling us to make the fiscalization, which is actually a legal based, rule set, sexy. So we are making it really interesting for our customers by providing, for example, VIP feeling, which you usually have in the Web3 space. If you are belonging to certain communities, we are providing them possibility to collect points with traditional points, which are now innovative NFTs actually, and then getting certain rewards, like, for example, being part of the conference, which will be held very soon, or maybe even getting some kind of discounts, which are real monetary, let's say, advantage, which they will gain by that. And this is actually the connection between Web3 and Web2 as we are implementing it in the moment.
Yes, thank you. So I hope that you understood what we are telling you. So we are operating in Web 2 or even in Web 1, but we are bringing Web 3 tools not just to our employees, but to customers as well. And we are making new customer loyalty by this. Okay. Also, I would like to cover some opportunities and challenges as we are coming to an end. If you have any questions, I said, feel free to type. What are some of the opportunities? First of all, I must say Web3 technology offers and provides several opportunities. I get there is much more, but I just pointed out a few. So enhanced customer engagement. Web3 allows brands to engage with their customers directly, fostering a sense of community and loyalty. Brands can leverage decentralized social networks, forums, and messaging apps to interact with users, gather feedback, and provide personalized experiences. Second of all, tokenized loyalty programs and tokenization. Brands can create their own digital tokens or leverage existing tokens on blockchain platform to develop loyalty programs. So these tokens can be used to reward customer for their engagement, purchase, referrals. And tokenized loyalty programs offer users the ability to redeem tokens for some exclusive product, services, or experience. So 1 point is equally 1 token, or I don't know, 5 tokens is a free pair of shoes. After that, partnership. So NFT brand partnership, non-fungible tokens provide a unique opportunity to brand to collaborate with artists, influencers, other creators to produce branded digital collectibles or some maybe limited edition merchandise. Brands can leverage NFT marketplace to create brand experience that resonate with their audience and foster brand loyalty. Also, partnership with Web3 projects. Brands can explore partnerships with Web3 focused projects, startups, platforms to leverage their technologies and reach new technology. And of course, in the end cluster, which means some specifically made groups, you have like groups of people who want to be there, who are very interested in topic, who are involved, and who will definitely be engaged and definitely be part of it as we are talking about the community.
Can I just show something? Because you
Yes.
just talked about limited editions and some kind of, let's say, very special feeling which you get if you have something which is limited edition. So this is the way of dealing with limited editions. It's actually Web2. And this is an example. It's a Coke created by a very special artist in Germany. And this is very limited edition. Great. But it's empty. And now it's actually, I can keep it somewhere, maybe stored or something like that, but there is no real added value which can be created for me after I used it. And if you are in the Web3 space and imagine that this is the key to the community, which is providing me, let's say, additional value and always as I want, then the value of this limited edition is skyrocketing. It's getting really, really big. So that's the difference between Web2 limited editions as a marketing tool and Web3 limited editions, which are connected maybe with some kind of tokens, NFTs, and then utilities.
Yes, thank you, Darko. That was a great point. Yeah, the real examples. Okay, what are some challenges? So it seems like I pointed out more challenges than opportunities, but it's not like that, I swear. First of all, education and awareness. Web3 technology is still relatively new, so there is a lack of understanding and awareness among mainstream consumers. Brands may face challenges in educating their audience about the benefits and application of Web3. User experience and adoption. The user experience of Web3 application can be complex and unfamiliar to users accustomed to traditional Web2 interfaces. Scalability and speed. Scalability remains a significant challenge for Web3 network, such as Ethereum. Brands may encounter limitations in terms of transactions, throughput, and speed, which can impact user experience, especially during periods of high network congestion. Regulatory uncertainty, the regulatory landscape surrounding Web3, cryptocurrencies, and decentralized applications is evolving and varies across different jurisdictions. Brands operating in the Web3 space I need to say, must navigate through potentially complex and changing regulatory environments, ensuring compliance with relevant laws and regulations. Security and trust. While blockchain technology provides enhanced security features, the Web3 ecosystem is not immune to security vulnerabilities. So brands must prioritize security measures, including smart contract development, auditing, and ensuring the safety of user funds and data. Brand reputation and trust as Web3 platforms and applications are still emerging. Brand reputation and trust can be challenging to establish. Brands must demonstrate their commitment to transparency, security, and user privacy to build trust. Integration with an existing infrastructure. Brands operating in traditional Web2 environments may face challenges when integrating with Web3 technologies. Legacy systems and infrastructure may not be easily compatible with blockchain-based solutions, requires some significant technical development and integration efforts. Intellectual property and copyright issues. With the rise of NFTs and decentralized content platforms, brands may face challenges related to intellectual property rights and copyright protection. Protecting brand assets and ensuring proper licensing and attribution in decentralized and open ecosystem can be complex. Market volatility and risk management. Cryptocurrencies, which are often integral to Web3 ecosystem, can be subject to high price volatility. A brand must carefully manage the risks associated with accepting and holding cryptocurrencies, ensuring effective risk management strategies are in place. Competition and fragmentation. The Web3 space is rapidly evolving and highly competitive with numerous projects and platforms for attention and adoption. Brands need to differentiate themselves in a crowded marketplace and navigate through the fragmented landscape of Web3 platforms and protocols. So addressing these challenges requires a deep, I would say, understanding of the Web3 ecosystem, proactive engagement with the community, strategic partnerships, and continuous adaptation to the evolving Web3 landscape. And at the end, I would like to give you some recommendations. Don't be complex. Start with some simple things. So first of all, learn. You won't be able to learn everything at once, definitely. So start with learning, start with collecting knowledges, with research, with reading some news and so on to see how that Web3 space is working. After that, you will be able, because you will read about it and you will be in maybe some communities to try it. After that, you should identify tools that are compatible with your brand and your strategy already existing. After that, you will be able to define strategy, how to use tools, and then to try. Once you try, you will be like involved in more and more, and you will want definitely to learn more and more. I think that will be all for me for today. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. Darko, maybe if you want to jump in.
Yes, thank you very much, Milica. It was really, really great, very detailed, and I'm sure that our audience were able to learn lots of things. Like, for example, the customer loyalty basics, like, for example, what does it mean to be and to have a loyal customer? And at the end, of course, how to identify some of really great tools which we have in the Web3 and how to translate them and transfer them into the Web2 space. Thank you for that. Maybe just a short question, because you analyze a little bit the brands and everything around that. What do you think? We are actually in the bull market. The investments are maybe not that big. what do you think? Are the brands in the moment a little bit slowing down, or the lots of things are going on in the under the surface, let's say?
That's a great question. We had a bear market in the near past, and I think that brands actually were maybe like not sure about what to do, how to invest, and so on. The situation now is a little bit better, I would say, but I think that they are much slower now than they were in May 2021, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But I was very surprised. I think a couple of weeks ago there was a kind of report which was published on LinkedIn showing, let's say, the list of the brands which are actually doing something in the Web3 space. And I was really surprised because the page was totally crowded with logos and different pictures of the different brands. And I think the number was something about 350 or something like that. I was shocked about that because as we are still actually in the bear market, it's very, I understand them. It's very difficult to invest and they are very careful, of course. That's what we think from outside. But those guys are still investing. You just don't see it. That was my impression after reading
Yes,
that report. You
I
know
would say
about which report I'm talking about?
yeah, I would say so. And I think that a lot of brands that started something with Web3 back 2 years ago, they're doing something on and on and on, but we maybe can see it right now. But they're like trying different strategies, I would say. Gucci had Gucci Garden, and then now they want to invest in accepting crypto payments, let's say. So they're definitely doing something, but I think that they're trying with different things.
Hmm. Great. Thank you very much. Guys, if you have any kind of questions, feel free to ask us. Let me just check a little bit the Twitter part, if there are some questions, because we are using StreamYard to stream, but unfortunately we can't see all the questions. That's what I see, because we just see some of them.
Yes.
And I have to check. Okay, so we don't have questions in the moment, so that's good. But no problem at all. If you want to ask Milica or me later, no problem at all. Just do that. Use any of our social network channels, and we will be happy to engage and happy to share our knowledge which we have. Or maybe we will tell you, sorry, we don't know. This can happen as
We
well.
will try to find out.
Milica, thank you very much for the great presentation. Let me invite again everyone to the next one, which will be actually next week on the 1st of June. And I want to invite you to join the masterclass on Monday, 7
Yep.
o'clock in the evening, Central European time. We will talk about NFT projects, about the structures, about the skills that you need, and all kind of things related to the project itself. And everybody's welcome, and it's of course very free, so no need to pay anything for that. Milica, thank you again, and everyone, see you soon again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.